Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Sure. Welcome to Summers County Board of Education regular meeting. It is Thursday, June 25th, 2020. It is 6 p.m. and the chair calls this meeting to order. Let the roll call reflect that all 5 members are available on their computers. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Brogan if he would do the pledge and the allegiance. Pledge of allegiance and the invocation.
All right. Our Father in heaven, we just want to thank you for giving us another day. Thank you for your many blessings that you bestow upon us. Father, we just thank you so much for all the staff we have at Summers County School System. And we pray, Lord, that you would just give us all patience and just give us, Lord, the wherewithal to figure out the unknowns that we face at this time. Father, we just pray that you go with us through this agenda, and may we make each decision for the betterment of Summers County Schools. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Brogan. At this time, we'll move to item 3, which is approval of agenda and adjustments. Chair moves that we move item 9E, administering of the oath of office for Mr. McBride and Mr. Angel, 2 board members, and the oath of office for Mr. David Warble as the new superintendent of schools, with the contract beginning July 1 of 2020. I have a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
You want to move it to where?
Okay, we have a motion on the floor with the chair, seconded by Mr. Angel, that we move item 9E up to deal with that first so that the notary can administer the oath of office, as well as to notarize the certificates that have to be turned in. Anybody else have any other changes or adjustments you want to make on the agenda? Okay.
I'll make the motion we approve the agenda with the aforementioned changes by the chair.
I'll second. There's a motion on the floor of Mr. Brogan, seconded by Mr. Angel, that the board accept the agenda as presented, having noted that item 9E will be moved up to the top of the agenda for the administration of the oath of office. Having said that, at this time, we'll have Mr. McBride. If you'll come forward and move over to this area, we want to thank Sharon Cole for being here with us tonight as a notary, and she is administering the oath of office. Thank you very much, Ms. Cole. So if you all will come over. There's a Bible. Is everybody here okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And can you see us?
Yes.
Okay. Sharon Cole and Jay McBride will now have the oath of office administered to him. So right here.
I, William J. McBride, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia, and will faithfully discharge the duties of member of the Board of Education of the County of Summers to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
I, William J. McBride, do solemnly swear.
You can just say I do.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
That's it.
Okay. Congratulations, Mr. McBride.
Thank you.
At this time, Mr. Angel, if you will come forward. administer oath of office to you.
I, Robert Engel, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia, and will faithfully discharge the duties of member of the Board of Education of the County of Summers to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Angel. At this time, we'll have David Warble to come forward, and Ms. Cole will administer the oath of office to Mr. Warble as Superintendent of Schools with the effective contract date of July 1, 2020.
Raise your right hand. I, David Warble, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia, and will faithfully discharge the duties of Superintendent of Summers County to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
I do, and I will.
Okay, good job.
Thank you so much. Notarize it. Okay, that brings us to item 4, approval of minutes for June 11th, 2020, regular meeting.
I make a motion we approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second.
There's a motion on the floor by Mrs. Farley, seconded by Mr. Brogan, that this board approve the June 11th, 2020 minutes of our regular meeting. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 No presentations. Item 6, approval of bills.
I'll make a motion that we approve the bills as presented.
There's a safe and sound on there. Do you want to withdraw that motion?
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
I make a motion we pay the bills.
I second.
There's a motion on the floor by Mr. Angel, seconded by Mr. McBride, that the board approve the paying of the bills as presented. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Let the minutes reflect that by 5-0 vote in the affirmative, this board approved the paying of the bills. Transfers and supplements, I assume there are none. Old business, none. That brings us forward to new business item 9A, approved Southern Sanitation contract for 2020-2021 school term.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. There were transfers and supplements on the OneDrive out there to be approved.
Pardon me?
There were transfers and supplements out there on the OneDrive for approval for this evening.
I missed them.
Did as well. Let me double check here and see if they came down.
So do you have those, Ms. Crook?
Yes, those were put out on the OneDrive this afternoon.
Yep, there they are.
Well, we've never not approved them before. I'll make a motion that we approve the transfers, supplements.
Irene and Ms. Farley?
I can't get them to open. I'm trying.
I looked earlier and I didn't see them.
Yeah, they weren't on there earlier.
You say they were not on there earlier?
One second, Warren is pulling them up.
I can't get them to download. I can't see them.
Okay, if necessary, I'll just add them to the next agenda. That's not a problem.
Okay, wait, mine just came up. Let me see here. Do you want to wait on them, or do you want to go ahead?
It's up to you all. Some of these were from the last month or so that I've been doing. I've been closing out accounts at the end of the year. So it's really up to you all. If you all want to approve them now, that's great. If not, we can do it at the next meeting. That's not a problem.
We have a motion on the floor by Mr. Brogan to approve the transfers and supplements. Is there a second to that? According to Ms. Crook, there's nothing there that can't be done on the Monday, July the 6th statutory meeting. Am I correct on that, Ms. Crook?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Would you want to withdraw that, Mr. Brogan?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I can withdraw the motion.
Then I would move then that the transfers and supplements be tabled until the July 6th, Monday, July the 6th statutory meeting. It will be handled that time as tabled. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion on the floor by the chair, seconded by Mrs. Farley, that we table the approval of transfers and supplements until the Monday, July the 6th, 2020 meeting. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Let minutes reflect by 5-0 vote in the affirmative. This board approved the transfers and supplements of until the tabled until July 6th, Monday. Okay, now we'll move to item 9A, approved Southern Sanitation contract for 2020-2021 school term.
Southern Sanitation doesn't have any competitors at all, do they? And that contract is for $46,000. That just sounds unbelievably high.
How much is that compared to last year's, Mrs. Cook?
I have to pull out the Southern Sanitation from last year. I want to say it was within probably $3,000 to $4,000 of what the contract was for this past school year.
I don't know that we have a choice. It's just a shame it's that high.
I think we tried one time before to bid that out, and we didn't have very good service out of who we got.
And I'll
New business item is approved Southern Sanitation contract for 2020-2021 school term. Is there a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion, we approve it.
Chair seconds that. There's a motion on the floor of Ms. Farley, seconded by the chair, that this board approve Southern Sanitation contract for 2020-2021 school term. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Let the minutes reflect by 5-0 vote to affirmative. This board approved the Southern Sanitation contract for 2020-2021 school term. Item 9B, approve clinical target opening date, July 15th, 2020 for LPN at Main Street Care.
I'll make a motion. We approve the target opening date for July 15th.
I'll second.
There's a motion on the floor, Mr. Brogan, seconded by Mr. Angel, that the board approve the clinical target opening date for July 15th, 2020 for LPN at Main Street Care. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Let the minutes reflect that the motion to approve the clinical target opening date July 15, 2020 for LPN at Main Street Care passed by a 5-0 vote in the affirmative. Item 9C, approve the treasurer to have authority to record and submit any necessary budget adjustments and pay any bills for year-end entries and payments will be presented to the board at the first regular meeting in July.
This is something I know we did last year. I'll make the motion, we approve that.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor by Mr. Brogan, seconded by Mr. Angel, that this board approve the treasurer to have authority to record and submit any necessary budget adjustments and pay any bills for year-end. The entries and payments will be presented to the board at the regular meeting in July. First regular meeting in July. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, abstaining, all in favor. The motion passed by a 5-0 vote, the affirmative. Item 9D, approve pre-K calendar for the 2020-2021 school term.
I'll make the motion, we approve the pre-K calendar for 2021 school term.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor, Mr. Brogan, seconded by Mrs. Farley, that this board approve the pre-K calendar for the 2020-2021 school term. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, abstaining? Let the minutes reflect a 5-0 vote in affirmative. This board approved the pre-K calendar for the 2020-2021 school term. '90 we've already done. We'll go down to item 10, personnel items. The chair would move that item 10A, B, and C. 10A, approve resignation Title I teacher at Hinton Area Elementary effective June 30th, 2020. And item 10B, approve resignation head volleyball coach effective June 8th, 2020. And approve head baseball coach 2019-2020 school term retroactive at 28/50. Chair moves that these items be tabled until the first meeting, July 6th of 2020.
I have questions, so I'm good with that.
Pardon me?
I had questions, so I'm very good with that. Mr.
I'll
Angel.
second that.
Okay. There's a motion on the floor by the chair, seconded by Mr. Angel, that this board table items 10A, B, and C previously read until the July 6, 2020 meeting. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Let the minutes reflect by 5-0 vote in affirmative, this board approved the tabling of items 10A, B, and C, all items having been previously read. Item 11, approve in and out of county request, KC to Raleigh County.
I'll make a motion, we approve the request. I'll second.
Motion on the floor, Mr. Angel, seconded by Mr. McBride, that this board approve the in out of county request of KC to go to Raleigh County. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Let the minutes reflect by 5-0 vote in the affirmative. This board approved the out of county request of KC to Raleigh County. Moving forward now, we'll go down to public comment. There's none. Superintendent report. There's none. Discussion of next agenda. Next agenda for Superintendent Warville, there will need to be as a statutory meeting. That'll be Monday, July the 6th, 2020 at 6 p.m. The main item there will be election of board president. Another item would be we can look at the calendar for the meetings for the 2020-2021 school year of the school board. Also, there's a series of tabled items that will need to be brought forth to the July 6, 2020, and the minutes will reflect those items that have been tabled. Does anyone else have any discussion of the agenda items? Okay. Then before we adjourn, let me announce that to be in compliance with the Open Meetings Act, I'll have to ask that the board members vacate the premises immediately because there could be no discussion of any further business dealing with the Summers County Board of Education. Ms. Farley, you're on.
I make a motion, we adjourn. The time is now 6:23.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.